David Moore, A Bird in the Hand. A Bird in the Hand, David Moore.
There's an old saying, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. However, after a recent incident I had, I've discovered that a bird in the hand just makes a mess. Madam Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. This incident happened 2 weeks ago when I was out in the woods bird watching. I had my trusty binoculars out and I was looking for birds when I spotted an egg sitting underneath a tall tree. Now, this egg was huge. I'm not exaggerating. I knew I couldn't leave it there because it was an eagle's egg. So I put it in my backpack, I climbed up to the top of the tree, and I put it back in the nest. Then I took a minute to enjoy this fantastic view that I had. Picture this with me. Off in this direction, mountains rose majestically up into the clouds. Off in this direction, a blue-green lake shimmered in the sunlight. And off in that direction was the biggest, angriest eagle I'd ever seen in my life. Sure, Angry Birds is fun on your iPhone. The wingspan on this eagle would have stretched across this room. And she had razor-sharp talons. That eagle could be on the TV show, America's Got Talons. I wasn't worried, though. I knew birds of a feather flock together. After all, this was a bald eagle, and okay, I could tell she was never going to consider me an eagle, bald or otherwise. So I started scrambling down out of that tree. But just as I heard this loud whoosh, 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 I lost my balance. I reached out for something to grab onto, and whew, I was relieved when I grabbed a small but sturdy branch. However, when I looked up, I saw I was now dangling from the leg of that eagle. Well, the eagle was even more surprised than I was. She shot out of there faster than a congressman leaving Washington, D.C. on vacation. We started climbing up and up. I pulled out my binoculars and I frantically started looking for help. But all I could see were two mice sitting in a field staring up at us. That was odd. Normally, mice would scatter if they saw an eagle. Like in your Toastmasters Club when you ask, who wants to volunteer to be club officer next year? But I realized these two mice were sitting in the middle of a large marijuana field. Right. They were stoned out of their little minds. All of a sudden, one mouse pointed up at me and made this rude gesture to me. Loser! I wasn't going to let some little stoner mouse call me a loser. So I reached up and I poked the eagle to get her attention. Then I pointed down at the mice. I saw a look of understanding in her eyes. The next thing I knew, that eagle folded back her wings. We went into a steep dive. The wind was racing past my cheeks. I heard this loud screaming noise in my ears, which was me screaming. Because now I saw I was about to be splattered all over the ground. But just at the last instant, that eagle flared out her wings. We swooped across the ground just a few feet above it. I let go of her legs. I went tumbling head over heels. My binoculars flew that way. My backpack flew that way. As I was tumbling, I saw that eagle pounce right on those two mice. I had just killed two stoners with one bird. I didn't stick around, though. I ran back to the cabin. The next morning, when I opened my front door, there sat that eagle with my binoculars in her beak. She had this sad, pleading look in her eyes. So I said to her, "Okay, we will go mouse hunting one more time, but that's it." Madam Contest Master.